Hi everybody, and welcome to I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to do a walk around of the cruise terminal here in La Romana. So I just walked off the pier and we're here sort of at the gangway area. There are actually two gangways set up here in La Romana. There's the aft gangway where we are now, and just off in the distance you'll see the forward gangway all the way down at the front of the ship. So, I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel. We're here in La Romana. We're going to have a walk around of the cruise terminal. It's actually called Sugar Breeze, is the name of the terminal. Now, it kind of references the port across from where we're docked, in that it was actually a loading dock for the sugarcane for the production of rum. So, I mean, I don't really smell sugar in the air, but I guess at some point there was a sugar breeze right here. It is a light breeze today, so we're going to walk up. We're going to have a look at the kind of shopping area and the terminal area. We aren't near a beach here. It's basically it is obviously on the coast, but there's no beach area nearby, so we're going to see all the little shops, where the parking is, where the buses leave from, and we'll just generally look at the cruise terminal here in La Romana. Okay, are you ready? Let's go! So just looking back at the aft gangway here, you'll see they've actually got a shaded area. And then there's also a drink set up, so if you want some lemonade or water when you come back on board or just get off, it's right there. And this is the aft gangway, and then we'll see just off in the distance the forward gangway. There's actually two gangways set up at the front of the ship today. Lots of people stopping for a little photo opportunity right here of the sign for La Romana. So it's a nice stop for a photo opportunity. Can you see the sign there just off on the wall? Welcome to La Romana Sugar Breeze. And then everyone's sort of wandering back. This is just after lunch now, so there isn't too many crowds getting on or off the ship at the same time. But this little sort of seated area is kind of nice. You'll see some people coming off here. And then we'll walk on up to the main shopping area at the La Romana Cruise Terminal. Okay, let's go, shall we? So the first thing you'll notice is a little bit of a height difference between the pier and then where the shops are. So it's pretty easy. Light kind of walk from the ship directly to the shopping area. It's probably only a 5-minute walk, if that, and so just gentle walking up. As you see back here, kind of the port, it's a little bit of reef system. Can sometimes see some fish, but not today. So yeah, so we just walk on up and we'll be able to see the first buildings of the cruise terminal. So being after lunch now, some people are coming back on board. Everyone that's sort of passing me coming down the hill are coming back to the ship. I imagine some people went on tours already. We arrived this morning around about 9 AM for the ship that I'm on. And then today we sail at 5 o'clock. So you'll see here another chance to stop for a photograph. Sugar Breeze Cruise Terminal. Now, it was never really called this. Going back a few years ago, they didn't have this extra name of the place. It was just kind of just the La Romana Cruise Terminal, where they've kind of added in the Sugar Breeze wording, sort of in reference again to the sugar cane that they exported from the pier here many years ago. Nice stop for a photo. Kind of cool spot. There's actually another photo opportunity on the other side over here. There's always a bit of a line. Everybody likes these giant letters where you've got the La Romana spelling right here. There's a kind of a cool spot to stop. And then there's always a bit of a line here. In the early morning, the photographers are here as well. And they're kind of forcing you to get their photo from the photographers. But now that everybody's kind of cleared out, it's not so bad. There's a couple of people getting a photo there. And here we'll see the kind of cruise duty-free shop that we have to walk through. So this is the only way in and out to the cruise terminal. There isn't a side road or a kind of a path that you can follow like in Cozumel. So pretty simple. We'll just walk through and we'll end up on the other side. And we'll be good. Nice and cool in here too. The air conditioning kicks in. I want to take home a parrot. So there is oh, they've changed this since the last few weeks. So this used to be the cigarette area. They built a cigar humidor now, so that's all new. And then they've actually put the checkouts in the middle of the shopping area here. This is also new. So there is liquor and tobacco on one side. Now it's predominantly Dominican Republic produced rum, so if you want some rum from DR, this would be your place to get it. Most of the other things aren't as good a value. This is also new as well. They built a wall for House of Walker. That's kind of a cool wall, by the way. And they have their Blender's Batch limited edition Johnny Walker. So that's kind of cool. They've kind of rebuilt all of this in the last few months. So there is a little bit of perfume on one side as well. And you'll see souvenirs, sunglasses, and then some keychains over there. There's a little bit of candy. And these giant parrots. Maybe they're not for sale, maybe they're just for show. Alright, so we're going to walk out of here, and then we'll be in the cruise terminal properly. Alright, let's walk on. So there's some signage here. Terminal, bathrooms, information. You can still see the ship is right here, of course, on the right hand side. So we'll kind of walk around in a circle so we can see all the shops. And we'll get an idea of the place where we are here. So if you're watching this before your cruise, you'll be able to see some of the shops ahead of time and get an idea of the place. And Bell Jewelry Handmade. So they have a mix of guaranteed shops, which are from the cruise line's shopping programs, and then there's one that's not open here, and then there is some of the kind of local businesses that have set up here as well. This is Piranha Joe, which you'll actually see in Grand Turk if you've watched the Grand Turk walk around video. We won't we can go right back to the door here. You'll see lots of nice souvenirs. Not a very big store, but there's lots of kind of cool t-shirts, kind of fun, whimsical looking t-shirts. And there's some stalls right here with local handicrafts. So this actual terminal is privately owned, and then they lease out the shops to businesses who want to sort of, I guess, sell local products. Not too sure here. There's some kind of just bowls. Always very strange. They have boomerangs here in Dominican Republic when they're a native tool of Australia. There's some wristbands and different things, some jewelry. So Larimar is one of the more popular jewelries here in Dominican Republic. Larimar is mined in this country of Dominican Republic. Leather souvenirs here. Handmade in Calhorn. Not sure what that reference is, but so yeah, so it is a very nice sort of shopping area here at the cruise terminal. It isn't very shaded though, that's the only thing. You'll see how bright it kind of looks. There's one more over here. Again, handmade jewelry. So lots of silver. Silver is very predominant in the Caribbean generally. I always notice these from the ship when we pull away. There's these paintings. There's lots and lots of them. Imagine you kind of buy them as the canvas. So lots of different sizes. Yeah, a lot of paintings. Very colourful things here. Lots of colourful souvenirs. Some flamingos, if you need a flamingo for your back garden. Not too sure if you can take that as a carry-on on the aeroplane or not. There's a huge one as well. That's a huge flamingo. These are really cool. They are very different souvenirs here, and that's sort of something that needs to, you know, I mean, especially when you get off on different ports of call, and you see the same keychains, the same t-shirts, to see something that's a little bit unique. There's toucans, owls, lots of parrots. So that's kind of cool. There's churros right here as well. Ooh, churros on a stick, they look really good. Oh. We've got cool drinks. So they've got their prices in US dollars and euros. So they've actually got two currency types depending on the ship that comes in. And we'll continue walking around. So again, there's another middle area here with handicrafts. I mean, I don't think everything is made in Dominican Republic, but quite a few things generally imported from Thailand or Bali or China. But lots of nice wood handicrafts. There's a lot of stuff here. Wow, really a lot. Can't imagine every night they've got to pack all of this up, and when the ships leave, it'd be quite an effort to kind of have to pack everything up every night. There's more silver. Pretty cool. These are like aluminum wall art that you'd have for your back garden, or I guess you can put on the wall of your kitchen if you really wanted to. Wall art. And we have a very big pharmacy here as well, so this is kind of the edge. This is a very big pharmacy right here. There's actually quite a lot of different things in here. So there's actually liquor, souvenirs, bit of everything, t-shirts. See if we can get a little bit of a look around in here just quickly. You'll see t-shirts, candy, and there's some snacks, drinks. So yeah, there's quite a few people in here shopping. So there's a small little pharmacy at the very back there as well. So if you need pharmacy items, it's kind of cool. Skittles if you're really kind of desperate for local food. It's kind of cool. There's local coffee as well. Let's head on out of here. There you go. Some t-shirts. All right, let's keep walking, shall we? All right. So yeah, these little outdoor kind of souvenir shops, I mean, it must take them hours to pack everything up every night, because these aren't sort of lockable shops in any way. But there's a lot of, there's a huge shell displays, lots of magnets, just small knickknacks. These are kind of cool elephants. I always wonder when I see different animals with a reference to their local place. I mean, there's definitely no elephants in the Dominican Republic, but it's kind of interesting shop. They've got some souvenirs, and then they've got a naked lady in the entrance. That's why everybody wants to see a naked lady at the souvenir shop. I should really put something on her, I think. Nice souvenirs. We can see the ship back here as well. Carnival Horizon today in the port of La Romana. So again, this walk around is really solely to get an idea of the place where we dock, what you can do if you're just going to get off the ship and maybe not go any further than the cruise terminal. I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel. We make lots of videos in the ports of call. Pretty much the most popular one by far was the Grand Turk cruise terminal walk around, so I thought this was a good add-on to that. So there's two different bars here as you come towards the bus and parking area. On one side it's kind of like a pina colada bar with beers and drinks. And then on the other side there's actually a coffee shop. It's very, I'm going to say out of place here, but a few people with Wi-Fi. There's actually a bar as well, but it has coffee served right there. And so we keep going. There's actually a photo opportunity here with some parrots, but I'm pretty sure you've got to tip or pay for the photos. Very cool photos though, and actually has a sloth there as well, I think. Or is it a monkey? I'm not too sure, but there's a line of people waiting for their photos, so the guy's onto something with the digital photos. And the restrooms right here. It's a pretty big restroom building. So the one thing with the cruise terminal here, it really isn't very shaded. So there is some trees here where you could sort of sit and relax. But there is a lot of sunny, it's very sunny. And then when I get off here, it's always so hot. That sugar breeze, there's no more breeze right now in the terminal area, but if you are just going to get off the ship and walk around and take a look at the shopping, easy as. You just walk off, 5 minutes walk, and you're right here. Now we're going to see the kind of the craft market or flea market, I guess. It's a pretty cool wall art here as well. Lots of little souvenirs. Hi! And then there's, I guess this is more shell art, I think. Ah, sugarcane. That's kind of cool. That's different. So yeah, we just walk around here. Everybody's favorite thing to collect, magnets. Some leather jewelry there. Kind of cool. Nice, more wall art. That's kind of cool. Oh, there's puzzle boxes right here. Puzzle boxes are always cool. Now my only thing is with puzzle boxes is where they're made. T-shirts. And there's a lot of, oh cool, sand in a bottle. That's always cool. I have one from years and years ago from Bermuda. Ooh, sand in a bottle. This is the local baseball team here. You can get their hats and t-shirts from their local team. So yeah, imagine for the flea market area here, they may have a requirement about that things have to be locally made or handmade. Ooh, amber jewelry, this is cool. You've seen amber before? Actually, there's a lot of amber jewelry here. This must be a lot to count and look at as well. Oh, there's even a fish spar as well. That's handy. It's in every language but English. So, not too busy. Oh, there's the English one. 10 minutes, $15. So yeah, so the flea market area here is very nice. It's very shaded. But lots of, actually slowly you start seeing the same looking souvenirs as you go through each stall, but that's okay. Lots of paintings. So one sort of nice thing is that it's a very, it's got a little bit more of a personal feel. The locals are very friendly. These are cool. We've seen these before, haven't we, in Bali? These are very cool handmade motorbikes. Alright, we'll spin around and we'll head out to the parking area. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. This is coffee paste, I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's coffee made, soap made from coffee. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. If you have a look at this kind of building, there's a lot of people getting out of the sun basically and getting into the shade. So let's walk around. Hi. And we'll come out here. We won't sort of go much further than this to walk off the terminal area, but you'll actually see, if you do have a excursion book, this would be kind of pretty much the meeting area where you'd walk out to. But if you don't have any excursions, this is where you'd come out yourself and either go to this information booth and plan a kind of a bit of a trip. And they have the posters right there so you can take a look at some of the maps of the area. I'll show you the downtown. They've actually got a couple of maps of some resorts. So a lot of people actually do resort for a day here as well, and you can actually go to resorts and pay an all-inclusive to go to one of the resorts in the nearby area. So once we walk out here, so there is one little train. We just missed it. It kind of left a few minutes before as I was walking out. But there is a little trolley bus that goes to downtown area. And there's a little counter here where you can pay to go on this little trolley bus. And course, it's not here right now. If you come off early in the morning, this line for this bus is huge. Of course, now it's a little bit earlier in the afternoon. It's not as busy. There's nobody here at all now. We're 1 p.m. as I'm filming this, so back on board is 4 o'clock. So most people are kind of out on their excursions now and not in the area. So this parking lot area here is where all the buses and taxis all kind of are. So these guys are going to go on the train to downtown. So the Romana downtown from here is about, I'd say roughly 10 or 12 minutes from the pier if you take that choo-choo train or trolley bus. I'm going to call it a trolley bus. If anyone's been to Key West before, they'll understand there's the trolley buses there. So it's quite similar. And these are people coming back from excursions, probably a little bit further away from the pier. Yeah, it's about 10 or 12 minutes by the trolley bus to go to the downtown of Romana. So the pier area, there is really only the terminal and shopping. There's one bar, one cafe, and then this is where they'd sort of engage you here to catch the taxis and the private excursions. And they have these meeting points here. You'll see zone 2, zone 3. So basically in the morning time all the buses would be here. And so you'll see one of the buses coming back here, Casa de Campo, horseback riding. So somebody went on an excursion here and they've returned back. Catamaran Sail and Snorkel, they've got 2 different signs there. So yeah, I hope you like this walk around. We'll do a little bit more. We'll kind of walk back the loop again and we'll just sort of go back over the area. Coming back onto the ship, you just have to show your ID. It's pretty straightforward. Please show your ship card, it says right there. But of course there's not too many people coming out of the terminal now because of the afternoon timing. But pretty easy. This guy's brought his boots to go on the... Thanks, mate. So yeah, and here we are. So you'll see them actually pointing out some of the excursions and the places where you can go to. So yeah, so you'll see where we are here, the kind of flea market area under this big shaded building. Some huge fans in there as well. And you'll see the ship behind. And then back to where these little bars were. So I like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel. I hope you like watching some of the videos. These are kind of more informational videos. It's not going to be exciting, it's not going to be fun. But in terms of getting an idea of the location of where we are here in Romana, Dominican Republic, and the Sugar Breeze Cruise Terminal, definitely gives you a good perspective of the place. And well, there's an ice cream guy here as well. La Patisserie. I guess it's French ice cream, I don't know. So yeah, it's a good reference of the place where we are. And the only thing is, it bothers me when I come back here, they always see the bar and they want people to have a good time, but the music's very loud. And it's always, there's a coffee shop right across and you can hardly hear yourself think when you're sitting here having a coffee. So hope the bumping around and walking isn't so bothersome. Let's see here, that was that shop we went into, drugstore and market. And then back to this sort of main shopping area before we go back down towards the ship. So yeah, you'll see again, this side we didn't see on the way through, so there's all different little booths. Dresses, hats, bags, and then they have the kind of payment booth right there. Yeah, so nice, lots of nice souvenirs. It's not, I'm going to say it's not cheap and tacky souvenirs that we see a lot in some of the stops. Definitely much nicer quality things. Some cigars. Sunglasses, keychains. Yeah, nice. Keychains. And I wonder if this guy's selling marijuana. He is too, yeah. Stop and taste Mama Joanna. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we have a bottle of this in our house in Moscow, Russia. And we were told we have to leave it there for 1 year before we can drink it. So, yeah, that was our suggested.
Really?
So, yeah, that's what we were told, but I'm sure he'll tell you can drink it sooner than that.
How long before I can drink it?
You can drink it straight away.
For 20 years. Cuando finish, mete rum, honey. Eso for 20 years, Mama Juana.
But you can drink it straight away.
Rum and honey. Drinking, siempre la vitamina.
Oh, it's the ones where you put the liquid in, you have to wait. That's the one that we got. You put your own liquid in. These ones are already ready. It's, and it's hallucinogenic, no? Or aphrodisiac? Aphrodisiac. Yeah. There we go.
So now you're causing problems.
It's,
yeah, look, now I want that one.
the big bottle. Have a little taste.
Hey, no, I'm here by myself, man. It's gonna do me no good.
So this is actually only in Dominican Republic. You cannot get, you cannot buy this anywhere else in the world, by the way. So this is only in Dominican Republic, and there's no getting off the ship and back on in another port and buying it somewhere else. It's, there we go. This guy's bought some. He likes it. Yeah. So there's the bottles where you put your own liquid in. And then there's the ones that are already finished. And it, basically it's, we actually put rum in ours, and then we put honey, and then we waited. We were told to wait a year before we can drink it, but obviously you can buy it pre-made, and you're good to go. Can you see how this one's got no liquid, or it's a little bit empty, this one? So yeah, very cool. So yeah, that's very cool. If you haven't seen it before, Mama Joanna, and it's an aphrodisiac. You saw him there with his little toy that he had. So yeah, there's another stall with paintings, lots of paintings actually. And then here we are back at the duty-free shop. So yeah, let's keep walking and we'll get to the other side. We'll walk through and then we'll go on this left-hand side of the shop, so we can kind of get an idea of the whole place. So there's perfume right here. So Dufry is a Swiss company. It operates cruise terminals in the Caribbean. They're also on cruise ships and airports, primarily in airports. So you can get a chance to shop with these guys. So I wonder, they must have changed this whole shopping area in the last month or so. Definitely changed for the better, I think. The cigar humidor in the back there, and then this middle island to check out the register here. So it's definitely a much better design that they've kind of done. Dominican chocolate, there's some more Mama Juana. There it is. So yeah. Have to Google it if you're interested in Mama Joanna. Maybe pause the video and write it down and then Google it. And they'll talk about it. There's also Dominican vanilla here as well. So, yeah, lots of local souvenirs. Keychains and shot glasses. And here we are walking back. Nice. And we have to show our ID one more time here, which is always a bit strange. So we'll show him our ID one more time. And we can walk through. And here we are back again at this sign where everybody stops for their photograph. I think this is where we might close out the video in a second. And we'll give you some final thoughts. Okay everybody, I hope you liked the walk around of the cruise terminal here in La Romana, Sugar Breeze. I hope it gives you a good idea of the place where we dock and where you can get off the ship and walk around. You get an idea of where the taxis were and then the location for the tours. And just having a look at all the souvenir shops and checking out some of the local stuff that you can buy while you're here in La Romana, Dominican Republic. Thanks for watching I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel. I hope you've liked watching this video. It is basically a walk around of the cruise terminal. And if you haven't subscribed to I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel, click the subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to post a comment, do that and let us know what you think of the place. Okay, thanks for watching I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel here in La Romana. Bye.